Okay, so we're back for the part 2. So since we already have login and then we have this main PHP file inside the user controller, user folder in the view. Okay, so I think it's time for us to make this more presentable. Like this is quite I don't know, maybe. Okay, so here in our view we need to create a default one. The template. Here in our template, let's create a navbar play.php. Okay, so here that's what we got right there. So here we need to copy this one just to make it more faster. Alright, so for this okay, alright, so here in our navigation we need to code this like nav with a class of navbar default. With a division inside of container fluid with class of navbar header. Okay, here class navbar brand, so the logo will be here. So you need to put some, wait for a while, collapse collapse in the UL of another list of what's the name of this? That will be nav barman is nav. So here we have a list of links. That list of links will be what? About so here in our main, let's include it. Include template dot navbar. Save and refresh. So we have a navbar here. So this is not enough. This is not enough to call it as a system. So let's go to the bootstrap side and then let's get those navigation stack. Okay. Okay, that's good. So here and then here in our navigation we also need to create some UL like class navbar right. In here what the where we log out. So in our logout, since we don't have logout yet, so let's create that one here. This will be logout as logout. uses. So let's put this logout into. Do we have a user controller already? Oh, check. So yeah, we did. Yeah. So here we have a user controller logout. Then that's it. So let's just go for our user controller for a.logout function, which we declare here in our uses route. So this will be, let's import first the illuminate support facades. So after that, you just need to log out our user, like log out, and that's it. So you just need to return redirect with that route of index. So the route name of logout is logout, so I think we can put that route name already here in our navigation. Save, refresh. So if you want to log out, you just log out. If you want to log in, you can log in again. 3. Okay, so this is quite good for the main time. So here in our main, I would like create a division with a container, and I also like to divide that division into 3. The rest will be 9. So for those who are already good in Bootstrap, I think you already know this stuff. Alright, so here this is where we put our nav stuck like past tense. Refresh. Okay. And then here I want to put a panel. Next will be panel footer. Pasensya na kayo kung binibilisan ko yung structure ng HTML of CSS kasi basic na to. Alam niyo na to. So for this, that's quite good for now. So here we need to, this will be the list. Student list. I would like to kunin ko muna tong isa. Student list lang muna, tapos anong pwedeng ilagay dito? Student information system. Siyempre merong list. Yung list, doon ka na rin makakapag-edit, doon ka na rin makakapag-delete. Pag sinabi mo namang add new one, pwede na naman yung nakamodal, diba? Teachers. kunin na lang muna natin to para hindi na pangit tingnan. So kopyahin na lang natin yung now. Sige nga, refresh natin. Okay, not bad. Parang okay na yan. Parang lumaki. Dito naman, oh shit, ito tayo ng row. Alright, medyo okay na. Pangit pala, pero okay na rin pala. Ano lang yan. Medyo pangit yung design. Oo nga. Sige. Kunin ko na lang muna itong nandito. Okay, for this yung student body, gagawa tayo ng table. Like here we have T head, we have T table row, then TH table header. So ang lalagay natin dito is first ID number, last name, first name, middle name, ID, last name, dito first name, dito naman middle name. Ano pa ba? Middle name, course, year, email, contact address, save natin, refresh natin yan. O ayan. So sa tingin ko hindi na yata natin kailangan. I just want to make it more simple. Hindi na, wala na masyadong arte-arte. Okay. Ayan, naka full container na siya. So lalagay na lang tayo ng button na mag-a-add. Upload muna natin to. Laravel. Laravel 5.4 tutorials. Okay, so dito maglalagay tayo ng add button. Saan ba mas maganda ilagay yung add? Sa baba ng ID. Sige, try natin dito mga pre. Try natin dito sa taas na lang. Okay. Hirap magplano. Student. Sana ba ako ay nagbigla? Teka muna. Tatay niya ay businessman. Okay. Like data tagol modal data target is student. So for the meantime, wala pa tayong ginawang modal. Modal fade with an ID of add student, yung tinawag niya. Tapos dito meron tayong tinatawag na modal ito yata yan. Medyo bilisan ko lang ng pagko-code dito sa modal kasi pwede ka naman mag copy paste doon direct sa website ng Bootstrap model header as modal body. Yung CDN pala. Tapos yung isa to Bootstrap, kailangan muna natin itong ilagay sa site natin. Tapos yung isa is yung jQuery. Ano yung CDN? Okay, save natin yan. Search natin yung link natin. So, pasensya na, medyo hindi ako nagsasalita. Okay na yung modal natin. Hindi ko alam bakit hindi ako nagsasalita eh. Ano bang nangyari sa akin kanina? So here in our model, we are asking for an ID. In the student information or in student entity, we are asking the attributes of the student, like the ID of the student, the complete name till the last and the middle name, and then the course, year, email, contact, and address. Haba ng address nito. Pati nga gender ay kailangan pa natin ilagay dyan. Kalimutan ko. Diba? So, let's create. So, pag-click ng add student, lalabas yung modal, tapos dyan sa anong tawag dito? Diyan yung lalabas yung mga input field na ilalagay natin for the information of the student na ilalagay din natin. So tingin ko for the sake of the test, kunin muna natin tong address kasi nakakahaba yung address pag nilagay pa natin dan. Pero yung pure system na talaga kailangan nilagay nyo yung address. That's very recommended. So here in our model, student and for information. So see, so here we have form group. Hindi pala form group yung nilalagay natin dito. Input group is fun in a class of input group add-on. Okay, tapos input field natin will be text. The name will be STD-ID or student ID for short. Yung class natin is form control. Since ID to, ano mo na ilalagay natin siya. So when you click it, okay, para medyo maganda itong design na to, di ba? Ano sa tingin nyo? Basta yung design ko basic lang. If you think that you can improve the design, i-upload ko yung well, the video is uploaded and the codes will be downloaded in my GitHub. So here you have something like that. The next will be L name, first name, M name. L name, name, and then the middle name. The rest will be the gender and the course will be just a drop down. Okay, gender, input group. Male, tapos female. Ito yung sa gender. So yung course natin is pili tayo ng course which is IT. Ito ba yung BSCS, Bachelor of Science of Computer. Kung iya kaya? Tama ba? Kung iya na lang. Meron din tayong Information Technology. Yan na lang muna sa ngayon. BS Secretarial Technology. Lagyan natin ng class na form control para naman magiging standard yung mukha niya. Okay, medyo okay na yan. So tapos na tayo sa course. Year na lang. Kukunin ko na lang din tong year. Bakit? Fail ko lang It's just for the sake of the tutorial. Pero in your own system, kailangan nyo ilagay yun para mas mapadali. Ginagawa ko lang to para mas mapadali yun. Makaganda siyang code ko o yung format. Yung pagkatapos ng course, meron tayong email at contact. Okay, input group. Okay, here's the email and the name will be email. The class will be form control. Email Okay. So, check natin. Alright. So, since yung una, ID yun. So, since hindi ko naman na-memorize lahat ng mga Glyphicoin, maybe yung iba, alam ko, pero mostly, lahat. Mostly hindi. Ito, user yan. Okay. User yan kasi ano last name kasi yung hinihingi niya. Dito user, dito din sa name is user. Pagpunta dito sa gender, hindi user yun sa gender. Para edit ko na lang yan, nilalagay ko lang ng para meron na din email. Ano ba yung contact pala? Text. So yung Glyphicoin natin, tingnan natin. Ano yung maganda ilagay sa gender? Yung ID na lang. Tingin ko merong student dito yung parang may toga. Teka lang muna ha. Yung email natin, since meron tayong email, ang lalagay na natin dito is yung at. Sorry. Yung at. Tapos yung contact natin is lalagay natin dito is home. Hindi home, kundi rin yung cellphone. Telephone. Nasaan na yung telephone? Ayun. Ito na lang. Telephone. Ayan. Yung sa gender natin. Saka yung course. Hahanapan natin ng magandang Glyphicoin to. Gender. Yung course. Okay. Yung sa email natin, ito na lang. Yan na lang. Gender at course, ano ba? Yung course natin is lalagay natin yung search. Course, nasan na yun? Course. Ito. Okay, ito lang muna. So for this, lalagay tayo ng button. Bago yung button, ito muna ang CSR field natin, diba? So ang button natin will be the next. Bitin, success, bitin, block, submit. Ayan. Okay na ba? Medyo pangit pa. Lagyan natin ng konting design. Kunti lang. Ayan. Import group. Margin bottom will be, just put at 10 px each. Para naman may konting distansya. Okay na yata yan. So kung tatanungin ko yun, sana mas maganda, lalagay tayo ng equals one verification, yung lalagay na tayo ng HTML5 na required or JavaScript verification. So for the meantime, ano na lang muna, equals one HTML5 na required para hindi mag EMT. Dito will be last name required. Dito naman will be first name required. Tapos dito naman will be required. Dito naman required. Dito din required. Pwede nyo rin sabihin na what if, bakit naglalagay pa ako ng required, meron na mga automatic laman. Paano pag in-expect element na tapos tinanggal niya itong male at female, so at least may required. Paano din pag in-expect element yan, tinanggal niya rin required, o nasa kanya na yun gusto niyang inal, diba? Pero hindi rin naman niya ito hindi rin naman magiging empty or null, kasi doon sa add student validation natin, lalagyan din natin yun ng validation as required, or hindi pwede yung walang laman. So here will be email, here will be contact. Okay, so let's refresh. So alright, so ang gagawin natin is gagawa tayo ng bagong route para siya yung magiging container o sasalon ng data na galing sa modal na yun, or modal na may student form information. Here will be add student, and then uses user controller add student. So here in our user controller, we need to create a function named add student with a request. Need to get that request, then return request to check it over. So fresh student, wala pang mangyayari pag sinubmit natin yan. Lalagay muna natin si route name na add student dun sa modal. Gawa ko lang form ko. Sige lang, lagyan natin. Okay, lagyan natin yung route, tapos yung end of form will be part of here also. So indent na lang natin ito. Test natin. Hindi pala pwede. tayong na-receive. So it means na yung route natin, which is responsible for saving all data in the student form information, which yung itong i-add natin, is okay. So in our user controller, pwede na natin dito siya i-validate, kasi kahit pa i-inspect element na yung HTML natin o ano pa dun, hindi pa rin siya makakapasok dito sa binabalak niya. Kasi here in our backend, meron tayong security. So for now, std lname std id lname pagkatapos ng mname is the gender. Tapos ng gender is course. Katapos ng course is email at contact. So here, basic lang yung verification natin dito, hindi lang muna ako magiging masyadong step for our verification. Ang required natin is minimum of 2. Meron kasing last name na U at C. Required minimum of 2. Meron ding last name at first name na like Lee, mga ganun. Required na din dito required minimum of 10. Oo, 10. So 30 dito is required. So for this return back so dito sa main natin, here maybe below the add student, kasi pag meron, kailangan talaga natin lagyan ng back-end security. So if errors count, merong error, and if URLI ika for each errors as error and for each, dito lalabas natin yung or list natin error. So syempre dito meron ng UL. Ayan, okay. So if errors count, meron kaya pala wala tayong dito natin. Okay, so ang gagawin natin is next time yung part 3 natin, gagawa tayo ng new table like student table, tapos user table na merong relationship, tapos yung CRUD function na. Sige, salamat sa panonood at continue tayo mamaya.